Hello and welcome to EC Electronics. Today's video is the part 3, the last part of URSC Technical Assistance Solutions. Okay, so let us see what are the questions. So in this video, we'll be discussing some of the difficult questions in the question paper. That is the last 20 remaining questions we are going to discuss in this video. The first question is, logical expression a plus b into a plus c is equal to dash. That is, what is a simplified version of this logical expression? In the technical assistant question papers, if you see, at least one logical expression or circuit simplification in digital electronics will be present. Okay, so this area is very important. Logical expression a plus b into a plus c can be written as, if you open this bracket, you can write this as, I'll write it here, a into a is a plus ac plus ab plus bc. So from the first three terms, you can take a common. So a into 1 plus c plus b plus bc. So 1 plus any terms is equal to 1. So you can write this as a plus bc will be the simplified version of this logical expression. That is, if you open this bracket, you will get the expression as a plus bc is the correct answer. So the answer for this question is option B is the correct answer, which is A plus BC. Next question, if IC is equal to 12 milliampere, IB is equal to 0.4 milliampere, transistor DC beta is dash. That is, we need to find the value of beta or the current gain in common emitter configuration. So we need to find what is beta. We know that while discussing the transistor equations, we have discussed, and also in various videos we have discussed beta. This is the common emitter current gain is IC by IB is the equation for finding beta. Here directly IC and IB is being given. So you have to simply divide. That is 12 milliampere by 0.4 milliampere will be 30 is the value of beta obtained. Okay. So the correct answer here is 30 is the value of current gain, which is the common emitter current gain. Next question, I'll remove this. Hexadecimal equivalent of decimal number 10101 is dash. So this number given is a decimal number. Okay, so don't get confused. Since it is ones and zeros, you may confuse it as binary, but it is actually a decimal number. That is 10101 to the base of 10 is being given. You need to find the equivalent value in to the base of 16. That is, you need to find the hex value. Okay, so here first we have to find, that is, in order to convert this number in decimal to hexadecimal value, we need to first convert this number to, the easiest way is convert this number to binary, that is divide by 2 and find the binary number. Then take the pair of 4 bits each and then write the corresponding hexadecimal equivalent. That is the most easiest method. So if you convert this number to, first step is conversion to binary. That is, if you first convert this number to binary, I have already written here the answer. You will be getting 1001110111001. So you have to divide this number until the value is equal to 1. That is, divide it with 2. You know how to convert a decimal number to binary. Okay, so the result obtaining is this. Now you need to convert this number, which is in binary, to hex. Okay, so this is the steps you need to do in order to convert this number, which is in decimal, to hex. First convert it to binary, then from binary to hex. Okay, so how to convert this number to hex? Take a pair or make pairs of 4 numbers each. 4, 4, 4. There is only 2 numbers, so add 2 zeros. Okay. Now write the corresponding hexadecimal equivalent of each of these groups. 0101 is 5, 0111 is 7, again there is a 7, 0010 is 2. So the answer is 2775 to the base 16 is the answer. Okay, so the correct answer is 2775. So the correct answer here is D, which is 2775 is the answer. Moving on to the next question. If a 24 megahertz crystal oscillator is used in 8051. I'll remove this to make some space first. If a 24 megahertz crystal oscillator is used in 8051, the time taken for timer to make one increment is dash. That is, in order to make one increment, it should increase by one period. So we need to find the time period of this 805. The information or the data given in the question is the frequency of the crystal oscillator. So the general equation for finding the frequency that is being given to the 8051 from the crystal oscillator is 1 by 12th of the oscillator frequency will be given to the 8051. So here the frequency is 24 megahertz, means 1 by 12th of 24 megahertz will be given as a frequency to the 805. So what will be the frequency obtaining? It will be 2 megahertz. 24 by 12 is 2 megahertz, right? So 2 megahertz is actually the frequency of 8051. So the frequency given to 8051 is 2 megahertz, and you need to find the time period. So for a timer to increase by 1 or once, it should it should undergo one time period. It should increase by one time period. That is called one increment. So one time period is time period is equal to 1 by 2 megahertz will be the time period. It will be 0.5 microseconds is the time taken for one increment. I hope the concept is clear. That is, here the crystal oscillator frequency is given to you. So we generally apply 1 by 12th of crystal oscillator frequency to the 8051's frequency. That is, that will be the working frequency of 8051 chip or processor. And if 1 by 12th of 24 megahertz means it is 2 megahertz will be the frequency of operation. So the time period will be 1 by 2 megahertz, which is 0.5 microseconds is taken by the timer to undergo one increment. So the correct answer is 0.5 microseconds. I hope this problem is clear. Next question, break statement in C program is to exit from dash. A, for loop, B, if statement, C, C program, D, main function. The correct answer is 4. Exiting from the for loop, we use break statements. Generally, there are also cases when some fixed count is being given to the for loop. But break can be used for exiting from the for loop. Generally, if statement, we use else to exit from if statement, we use else or else if likewise. The other two options are also not correct. So the correct answer here is for loop. For exiting from the for loop, we use break statement. Next question. In C programming, if an integer is to be entered through a keyboard, which function is used? Options are gets, getChar, C, scanf, D, none of this. In order to enter an integer value or in order to receive an integer value through the keyboard, we use scanf is the statement used. Okay, I'll write the syntax for scanf. Scanf %D, which this indicates integer number. Ampersand A means it is being stored to the variable A. So this is the scanf statement or syntax in general. The other getChar means it is used for getting character, not integer. Okay, so this scanf is used for receiving integer values through the keyboard. Okay, so the correct answer here is option C is the correct answer. The next set of questions is this: how many bits internet address, that is IP address, is assigned to each host on an IPv, that is Internet Protocol version 4 internet? So there are basically two types of internet protocols, IP version 4 and IP version 6. Okay, so for IPv4, number of bits in host address or IP address is 32 bits. So the correct answer here is 32 bits. If it is IPv6, then the number of bits is 128 bit internet address is assigned to each user. Very simple and basic question. Correct answer here is 32 bits. If the question was IPv6, it is 128 bits. Moving on to the next question. Which multiple access technique is used by IEEE 802.11 standard for wireless LAN? So there are various multiple access techniques being given in the options. We'll see one by one. First one is CDMA. CDMA is code division multiple access is CDMA, code division multiple access. So there are various other multiple accesses, TDMA, FDMA. Likewise, there is CDMA. So in CDMA based systems, that is code division multiple access based system, the techniques called spread spectrum methods are used for allocating various users to various channels. Okay, so that is CDMA. Then next one is CSMA bar CA. It is called carrier sense multiple access bar collision avoidance. That is carrier sense multiple access is a method in which each that is there will be a communication channel, and each user who wants to send data through this channel will sense for any carriers or electrical signals present in this channel. If there is some electrical signal or carrier present in this channel, this user will block itself from sending the data. That is, in order to avoid collision in this communication channel, this method is used. Okay, so this is called carrier sense multiple access. In this carrier sense multiple access, each user will sense for carrier signals in the channel or electrical signals present in this channel and thereby avoids collision. So it is called carrier sense multiple access by bar collision avoidance. Then option C is Aloha. It is also a very simple communication protocol or a multiple access protocol in which what happens is that, consider that there is a communication channel and the sender is sending some data, and at that time consider that it is receiving some other data from the receiver side. So there will be a collision, right? So whenever this collision happens, this sender, consider this is a sender, the sender will resend the data. So this type of protocol is called Aloha. I'll explain it once again. There is a sender, there is a receiver. So what happens is that only at a time, only one person can transmit through this channel. So when the sender is sending, consider that there is a receiver which is sending back some data. So then a collision will happen, right? So due to this collision, what will happen? Each of these users will send back or will send the data once again. So this type of protocol is called Aloha. Then TDMA is time division multiplexing. So these are the various options given in the, there are that is a various multiple access methods given in the option. I hope that I've given a brief of each of it. The correct answer for this question is CSMA bar CA, that is carrier sense multiple access bar collision avoidance, is used by wireless LAN. So in case of wireless LAN, each user will sense for the presence of carrier signals in the channel. If there is some carrier signal present or it is detected, then it will block itself from sending the data and wait for some time, then again try. When there is no carrier signal, it will send. So that is the CSMA bar CA. I hope it is clear. Correct answer is option B. Next question, the medium which reflects high frequency radio waves back to earth is ionosphere is the answer. Okay, so there are various layers of the atmosphere: troposphere, mesosphere, ionosphere. So ionosphere reflects back the higher frequency radio waves. Okay, correct answer is ionosphere. In which of the following, next question, in which of the following gates the output is high if and only if all the inputs are high? Okay, so the gate in which the output is high only if all the inputs are high is the AND gate. So if this is a 3-input AND gate, generally we go up to 3. If it is a 3-input AND gate, only if A, B, C is equal to 1, only then output Y is equal to 1. If any of this is 0, output is 0. Okay, so this is the case for an AND gate, and the correct answer here is AND gate is the correct answer. In an Ethernet network, which device is used to forward packets based on IP address? So the device which is used to forward the packets based on IP address is called a router. So in this router, the routing decision is made. That is, So this packets will be assigned for various devices, and what happens when this packets reach router is that based on the IP address, the routing decision is made within the router and it will forward the packet based on this IP address. Okay, so that is a router. It will route the packets. Next question, spectral density of white noise is dash. The spectral density of white noise is a uniform spectral density. Correct answer is it is having a uniform spectral density. Next question, bit B3, that is third bit of a SCON register of 8051 microcontroller indicate dash. I have drawn the SCON register. SCON register is nothing but serial communication control register or serial control register. So in this SCON register, various bits are assigned to control the serial communication of 8051. Okay, so starting from this lower side is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are total 8 bits. And the question is bit B3. B3 is nothing but TB8. So it is TB8 means it is storing the ninth bit of the transmitted data. TB8 is nothing but the ninth bit of transmitted data in mode 2 or 3. So there are various modes of serial communication. There is mode 1, mode 0, mode 1, mode 2 and mode 3. So in mode 2 or 3, when there is a ninth bit, generally they send 8 bits, right? So when there is a ninth bit coming from the transmitter data, that is when there is a ninth bit being transmitted, this ninth bit is getting stored in this TB8. That is, it stores the ninth bit of transmitted data. Correct answer is ninth bit of transmitted data. I'll explain each bits. So bit 0 is RI. RI means receive interrupt. Then TI is transmit interrupt. So it indicates, these interrupts indicates the reception and transmission. Then RB8 is ninth bit of received data. This is ninth bit of transmitted data. This is ninth bit of received data. Then REN means receive enabled. Then SM2 is used for multiprocessor communication. It enables multiprocessor communication. Okay, SM2 is used for enabling of multiprocessor communication. SM0 and SM1 is used for selecting various modes like 00, 01, 10, 11. So there are 4 possible modes for serial communication and it is assigned by setting the bits of SM0 and SM1. Okay, so this is the SCON register and the answer for this question is ninth bit of transmitted data is the bit 3 indicate. Collector drift region is introduced in power BJT to dash. So if you see a power BJT or a BJT structure, there is a emitter, there is, in normal case, there is a base and there is a collector. Okay, so if you, this is a NPN type of BJT or NPN transistor, and if you insert a N minus slightly doped layer closer to the collector and the base, that is in between this region, it is called collector drift region. So this is the collector drift region present closer to collector and base. And the characteristics of this region is having a size greater than that of base and it is also very slightly or moderately doped. And this N minus region or this collector drift region is actually used for cutting off higher voltages when the transistor is off. Consider that there is some higher voltages coming when the transistor is actually off, and this region will cut off those voltages. And also this collector drift region decides the breakdown voltage of this NPN transistor. So the main features is, we'll discuss about this briefly. It is slightly doped. It is having size greater than base and it decides the breakdown voltage of transistor and it is used for cutting off or rejecting the high voltages during transistor off state. So the answer for this question is this. It is used for cutting off or rejecting of higher voltages when the transistor is off. That is the main function of this N- region, and this region is called collector drift region. Okay. The next question is this. Load current is always negative in dash. A, type A chopper, B, type B chopper, C, type C chopper, or D, none of this. So what are actually chopper circuits? These circuits are actually signal shaping or power control circuits, which is employing diodes and switches, and it is used for controlling of the power or the signal characteristics of the input signal. So this is actually a DC to DC system. That is, the input is also DC and output is also DC. The only thing is that it varies some size or the power of the signal. Okay. So this is a type A chopper, which is consisting of a switch connected in series with the input. There is a diode and there is a load. Output is taken across this load. And this is how the I0 V0 cara of this type A chopper. So this is type A. So here the load current or I0 is in the positive quadrant. So this is also called the positive quadrant chopper. This is type B chopper. It is having a diode connected in series with the input. There is a switch connected in parallel. There is an inductive load and a voltage source E also connected along with that inductive load. And if you observe the characteristics of this type B chopper, you can see that the current I0 is in the negative quadrant. Okay. So the current I0 is always negative for a type B chopper. So the correct answer for this question is type B chopper. And also in case of type C, the load current is not negative and it is employing more number of switches and diodes. Okay. Generally they are used for controlling of power of the signals. They are DC to DC signals, DC to DC circuits used for manipulating the signal cara and the power of the signals. Anyway, the correct answer for this question is type B, which is having a load current always falling in the negative quadrant. That is, it is minus I0. So the correct answer is option B. So these are the questions which I have included in this video. I hope that this question paper discussion was useful for those people who are preparing for the various examinations. So we have completed the URSC 2017 question paper with this video. Part 1 and Part 2 is already been uploaded. So if you want to prepare for examination of URSC or any other locations of ISRO, please do go through this ISRO Technical Assistant playlist. I have included all the videos for the preparation of these locations in this playlist. So if you found this video useful for your preparation, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share these videos with maximum of friends. And if you want more videos, please do subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching and keep on watching.